But let's open up this baby and get started. Where's our there we go.
Mission start.
Let's mission start. And I'm not planning on finishing this today. I just wanted to kind of get the ball rolling on it, right? Just kind of get crack-a-lacking. Oh, you pretty sure you went alone? Okay, okay. Okay. I wonder if they took any pictures, you know, of like of the place and living together. It'd be fun to look at those pictures again, right? That'd be kind of fun to just relive those memories again. So, let's start, guys. What's the first step? Wow. A lot of instructions. Okay, here we are. Let's just keep it right there. If Sony came out with Buzz VR, I mean, it wouldn't really bring anything different to the table. It would still feel the same, wouldn't it? Alright. It would just be VR, which admittedly is very cool. Where's my knife? So it doesn't say specifically what face we should use, so let's just pick any face. Let's go with the angry face. Or, actually no, let's go with this one. There you go. And now we need A9. Yeah, Buzz was fun. A9. It should be flesh tone colored. Where's the flesh tone parts? Ah, Returnal and Sackboy are coming to PC according to a leak online. Yeah, so I mean, what's left now? What's left from Sony's first party that we're still waiting on to come out on PC? It seems like practically everything is out there. I guess Bloodborne, right? All right. So yeah, let's get cracking on this. And like I said, I'm not planning on finishing this today, but we'll you know, we'll make some progress. A9. Here we go. A9. No reason to get a PS5. Yep. That Sackboy game. Oh, does PC support the DualSense? I don't know. I would still say though, Mary Trunks, that there's a lot of people out there, and I'm actually one of them, that just prefer the convenience of a console, even if it means that you're kind of losing out on some of the other aspects of the benefits of PC when it comes to like customizability and all of that stuff. I'm the sort of person that really just appreciates being able to fire up a game and just play it immediately. And there's times where on PC that you just need to fiddle and tweak with the settings and all of this BS. And I know that you know, you can get used to that over time, and especially if you're very, very well versed in computers, it's not a big deal. But yeah, there's something about just a console, and it's there to play games, and you just turn that baby on and you're just right off to the races with video games. I really do appreciate that. Ah, there you go. Mary Trunks, I get it. You want to turn on and play a box and a play box. Yeah. I know Night Trap is more of a PC guy, and I'm not too much of a PC guy. Yeah, pretty much. He's always been more of a computer-oriented fellow. And I'm just kind of like, just give me something that does what I need it to do. Alright. But I mean, that's not to say that I dislike computers. I like computers. And even when it comes to very simplistic games, like, for example, Stardew Valley, I have that game on PS4 and on Vita, but I'm considering buying it again for PC just because I think it'll just be a smoother experience. And that game looks like a Super Nintendo game, right? I don't think the Super Nintendo could actually run it, but it kind of looks like one. And the other nice thing about the PC world is just the plethora of mods that are available on it. Like, you can just go nuts with all the mods. And yeah, that's another reason why I would be interested in Stardew Valley and playing on PC in general. Just getting into more mods. Soon? I don't think I'm going to be getting one soon, but eventually. You know, maybe a PS5 Plus, maybe a PS5 Slim. It's a matter of time when before something like that comes out, right? I don't know. I mean, it would be nice to get one, but honestly, it's not a priority for me at the moment. And in fact, I would say almost like the entire year this year, and I was very much ready to get one, especially in time for Elden Ring. And it kind of never really happened, and it was like, alright, well, whatever. I just kind of didn't care after a while. But yeah. It's already leaked, the PS5 Pro. I didn't know that, actually. I was just speculating. It's been leaked. Like, how reliable is this leak? It's pretty funny. I think the whole generation, like the timing of everything and the release schedule has all been like out of whack now, thanks to many reasons, which I'm sure we're all fully aware of at this moment. But yeah, it's bizarre to me that I feel like this generation is still very much in its infancy. It hasn't really hit its stride. We haven't really gotten like those like 5 to 6 bangers that are like iconic. I am going to get on that, Mary Trunks. You can always rely on Mary Trunks to nag people to get on things and do things. I am going to get on that very soon, possibly this weekend, because there is something that I need Discord for beyond simply chatting with you guys. There is a top secret plan in place that I am actually presently working on, and it requires Discord. So I will be getting that sooner rather than later. There we go. I think that's all the things. Join the loot. Is that okay? Tell me this. Tell me right now. Is that a very active Discord? Is there people like commenting and chatting like every day and stuff? I have no idea. You know, I'm also very hesitant to join certain things and download new apps, just because, you know, those things will probably die in a couple years, and it's like, oh god, it's just a cycle of joining crap and then having it die, and then you gotta get a new stupid thing. I don't know. It's kind of annoying after a while, but I guess that's just how it is, right? With technology and social media and all of this stuff. Thousands of servers. The server you would join would be the Ludens query. Ooh. Yeah, but I'm saying like within the Ludens query, is it active? Are there people posting every day? I'm just checking this stuff to make sure that there's no flash. Seems pretty clean to me. And this looks pretty clean too. How does this go? Nani? Just directly behind? Oh, had it the wrong way. That would probably help is if we actually angle things the proper orientation. And then we put the face. Ta-da! S6 and S8. Think of MIRC, it's like MIRC but with more features. Ludens Query is not really active. I post gaming news from time to time and on the marketplace. I made Mojo make that channel lol. But there are probably tons of art and model-based Discord servers, which I'm sure you'll enjoy. So yeah, that's the other thing, Mary Trunks, is that I've had a number of people come into this stream and they ask me if I have a Discord myself, like if I have a Discord server myself that they could use. Or on the other flip side, I've had people ask me to join their server and post stuff on their thingamajigger. Technical term, thingamajigger. So yeah, all of these reasons combined, I'm like, okay, I guess I gotta get up off my butt and join the future, join the present day, as it were. Night Trap is very social media allergic. Is that the right word? He doesn't have any of that shit. He doesn't have Facebook or a Twitter or any of that stuff. He's the smart one, staying away from all of that crap. But despite that, he actually has he has Discord, and I don't. So yeah, that's like the one category where he's got me beat. He's up to date and cool and modern, but he isn't active. Right. Yeah. All right. What is it? Today's Friday. Sometime this weekend I'll join, and you and me, Mary Trunks, will have a grand old time on the Discord server. We'll tear it up. We'll become like gods. Yeah, I've had a number of people ask about that, whether it is to join theirs or if I had one myself. So yeah, it's time. And then there's again the top secret project, which I'm working on, which means that I needed to get it eventually anyways. It's good to talk about gaming news. I think it's also just good in terms of like sort of like connecting with an audience, because it's like, you know, I only stream 3 hours like a handful of times a week, right? But if you have a Discord, that allows sort of like your audience, such as it is, to interact and kind of like keep things going. And yeah, actually there is an Ottawa builder community Discord too, which I saw, like an Ottawa Gunpla building thing. Is that your main like sort of social media platform now? Or can it be categorized as social media? Is it something different? I don't know. Boop. Almost dropped that. Do, do, do. Now that the weather is getting really nice, I'm actually looking forward to kind of like walking around town, taking some pictures. Haven't really had the opportunity to do that, to be honest, and combination of my own laziness and the fall of humanity. But yeah, now that things are kind of normal, kind of, I think it might be a good idea to explore and take some photos, go to the park and take some pictures. Yeah. It's good to talk about game. Oh, I read that. Mary Shrunks true and people can request specific streams. Mr. Epo, can you build XYZ model? When I read Mr. Epo, I think of Lord of the Rings. Mr. Epo. Sounds like a Hobbit name. Mr. Epo. Can you build an XYZ model? Can you build an RX-78? It's Mr. Epo. Actually, that doesn't sound too bad. Maybe I'll rebrand to Mr. Epo. Huh? Am I doing this right? This is 6. So... Nani? Wait, why am I having a hard time with this? S8 and S6, but now I've mixed up which is S8 and S6. No! No, that shouldn't be right. It should be this one. Pardon me, folks, while we sort this out. Ah. Aha. There we are. I got it. It's not really social media, it's just a big place with hundreds of chat rooms. Okay. I mean, yeah. I guess it doesn't matter to me if it's social media or not. That's just the term that came to mind, but yeah, it's like a big chat room with a bunch of big place with hundreds of chat rooms. Is it kind of like Reddit? Do you ever use Reddit? Because I'm on Reddit every now and then as a lurker or a poster. There we go. That came together nicely. S5, Q1, and O10. Pardon my chewing, everyone. I hope it doesn't bother you too much. I'm just enjoying my bread. Let's get this. So past few days I've actually streamed a little later in the evening. That wasn't really the plan. It just kind of worked out that way. But I'll probably go back to the sort of 1:30, 2 o'clock schedule that I normally have. And I've actually seen people post like their schedule on a week-to-week basis on Twitter. I think I might start doing that. That's probably a good idea because there is a schedule function, a schedule page on Twitch. However, I've been very reluctant to fill that out just because I really don't know from day to day when I'm going to be able to stream. So I don't want to create this impression that like people should expect me on this day or that day, and then suddenly I'm not there, and then they'll be crying in tears. So yeah, that's why I haven't really filled out the schedule just yet, but I will eventually kind of come up with some plan. That's part of like the effort, part of the point of becoming an affiliate. So you want to kind of take it a little more seriously, I guess. Whoop. And we can choose 2 different hairstyles here, but I'm going to go with this one just because I saw it. I saw the piece. Got the House of Flying Nubs once again. Let's inspect this piece. And there's a lot of plans that I have for the channel. A lot of things I'd like to do. It's something that I'm kind of building on just a little bit every day, kind of working on stuff behind the scenes, as well as on the YouTube channel too, by the way. I have a YouTube channel that Nightbot just spammed, which is great. Thank you, Nightbot. And I've recently started to make content original for YouTube. I mean, I guess that was always the plan, but I just never really made it a focus. Instead, YouTube, I mostly just kind of take the footage and the VODs from here and make small clips out of that stuff and then put it onto YouTube. Anytime there's like an interesting conversation or a segment where I'm building something that I think might be a cool little thing for YouTube, that's what I do. But lately I've been making original YouTube content, and even just today I filmed a small little video talking about Final Fantasy 16 and its relationship to Dragon's Dogma. Dragon's Dogma being a game very near and dear to my heart. And so yeah, I made a little short video talking about that and threw it up on YouTube. So for anyone watching or that's interested, just give it a look. You know, it's nothing really that fancy, my YouTube channel, to be honest. I don't really go the whole 9 yards producing videos. I kind of just do what I want and talk about what I want and then throw it up there. So don't go in expecting like amazing production values. But it's good, it's good. I enjoyed making stuff for YouTube. Now I'm looking for my other sanding sticks. Oh no, that's all of them here. So about this model, I feel like I can tell that the plastic is different than a Kotobukiya kit, different from a Bandai kit. It has a different kind of feeling to it. I don't know if I would necessarily say it feels cheaper, right? But it definitely does feel different. Sorry, let's keep our elbows off the table. Manners, manners. That way the screen doesn't shake as much. Sorry, guys. There's no basketball today, so I can kind of go on for a little longer, maybe. But tomorrow, I think there's a game. I'm actually not sure. And we use this. And I feel like all of these pieces will need a nice kind of cleaning, a nice clean kind of rinse before we kind of do a top coat on it, because it definitely feels like there's maybe like a mold release agent kind of residue on it or something. I don't know. And we can kind of do a better pass at this. Oh, okay, this goes first. Very weird. Let me see. Which is the correct angle? Just like that. I think that's how it goes. This manual is full color, which is pretty cool. I always appreciate that. And this goes here. Let's kind of clean up a bit more. So, I watched that Street Fighter trailer one more time, and the thing that really interests me is the whole part where you're walking around a city. That's just really, really weird, really interesting, and I wonder how important is that to the rest of the game, because Not Slide. Maidroid is made by the Good Smile Company, right? It is indeed. Let's see. Oh, it doesn't actually say. It actually doesn't say here, but I'm pretty sure it does. It is, and then it's Max Factory. But yeah, I feel 100% confident that it is like produced by them or something. I forgot. Someone was here one time talking about that, sort of breaking down how that all works out. It's like Good Smile doesn't own Max Factory, but they maybe publish or produce them for Max Factory, something like that. Maybe there's an expert around that can kind of clarify that, but that's my understanding of it. Not Slide, did I see the leaked SF6 roster? I did indeed. What do you think about that? I think it looks pretty interesting, and the designs, for the most part, the designs look pretty cool. So I'm down. I think I might be down for that. I mean, there wasn't really any doubt that I was gonna play it, because I play like every Street Fighter game that comes out. At least in some capacity, I'll play it. But it looks pretty nice. Mary Trunks, where's the leaked roster? Oh, Twitter is your friend. Google is your friend. Just look it up. It's there. It's out there. Oh, Not Slide with the information. I think it looks pretty neat. DJ's back. That's kind of cool. Not Slide, it's a one-day grab for you easily. All right, cool. Maybe we'll play. Maybe you can kick my butt when it comes out. And Mary Trunks too. I'm sure Mary Trunks is going to be amazing at that game. There's no Cody. I don't think that there's Cody on launch, which makes me sad, because I'm a Cody main. But there's Honda, and I like Honda, so that's good. But yeah. Yeah, the whole running around the city thing, I don't fully understand. I think it might be this kind of like story mode thing. But if you notice, the character was like nondescript. The character that was running around the city, and I think that's effectively like your player character, your avatar, so to speak, right? And then at one point in the trailer, he runs into somebody else, and then a battle screen starts, and then it becomes a match of Street Fighter. So maybe this is kind of like the method in which you're going to be sort of queuing up for battles online. Maybe. But one thing that caught my attention was this notion of Street Fighter. You're literally fighting on the streets, and it seemed to me that we've kind of are returning to that, like the environments and stuff seem to really drive home this idea that you're fighting in urban environments all around the world, and you're not going to be fighting in like crazy fantastical environments, at least not initially. And again, Street Fighter, and then you're this guy running around the streets or running around the city, queuing up battles on the streets. Like, it seems like it's kind of like part of this cohesive vision to kind of not necessarily go back to its roots, but to kind of create that feeling of like a more grounded experience. Maybe, I don't know. It's a hype train. Get hype, guys. It's a hype train. Damn, that full roster leaked. Yeah, I know, it's crazy, the whole damn thing. Not Slide, I really like the way they went back to the hard ink outlines of 4 for the EX moves, but made it more colorful. Yeah, actually, that's what struck me too, by the way, was like the kind of colorful graphic look to it. Was like there's realism, right? There's a realistic sense to everything, but also there's like a heavily stylized quality to the game as well, if I'm making any sense. That really struck me, and I think that's pretty cool. All right. Yeah, and about SF4, like the ink and yeah, the whole feeling of like style. It seems like we're kind of getting a bit of realism and style. But I seem to recall that there was some early concepts for SF4 way back when, that they wanted to do something like what we're seeing now with regards to like running around the streets and queuing up fights, but they ran out of time, or it just seemed like unimportant for the overall like Street Fighter experience. But now they're like really going all in, and my hope, so here it is, guys, this is my main hope for Street Fighter 6, is that when it comes out, I'm hoping it's a complete package, I hope we're not waiting months and months for like basic sort of like quality of life menus and options and stuff like that, Like, how long did we have to wait for a story mode and stuff? And then finally the story mode came out, and I was like, who cares, actually? So yeah, my hope for SF6 is that we get like a nice, satisfying package straight out the box, day one on launch. Is that so hard to ask for? I feel like so many games this generation, like Halo and stuff, they've all come out like, and then they're not complete. You have to wait like several months or whatever to get features that like, in years past you would have just presumed that the game would have that on launch. Now it's not, you can't make that assumption about games that they're gonna have, really basic stuff. Jamie looks cool. Which one was Jamie? DJ's coming back. Yeah, DJ looks cool. Surprised there's no Rose. Yeah. Damn. Yeah, I like Rose too, actually. I enjoy Rose as a character. There you go. There's the cat ears. Cat ears. Ono's not directing this Street Fighter, so who knows how it'll come out. So interesting thing about Ono is that from what I've picked up about what I've picked up from people in the industry was that Ono was kind of the problem in some instances, and people are a little cagey about that information. They're never like fully forthcoming with the stories, but it seems to me if you read between the lines from people that are in and around the industry, it does sound like Ono has been in some regards a detriment to the livelihood, to the health of Street Fighter. That's what I picked up. But I do like Ono. I don't want to trash him. It's just that that's what I've heard. And so I don't want to make it sound like he would make the game better necessarily. And I think that the game could be in good hands. I think it was just necessary, you know, at the end of the day, just to change things up and get some new life, get some new blood, even though the guy directing it has been at Capcom for some time now. I think it was time for someone to just step up and do something new, get some fresh eyes on the project. And something like that happened with Monster Hunter actually, which is also from Capcom. And Monster Hunter World had a different director than previous games, and it kind of turned out to be the best selling Monster Hunter game of all time. So yeah, I think that's just kind of like a good idea every now and then, is to introduce new blood, new directors. Oh, okay, Not Slide is saying something very similar. Ono's idea for SF6 was actually really bad, so it's a blessing. Yeah, I thought I heard something along the lines of like he wanted to have co-op or team-based battles. And I was like, I don't know about that. SF4 was a big success, and he directed that one. Yeah, but I think you have to kind of measure it in terms of like, was it a success in spite of him? Was SF4 was SF5, or maybe SF4 was a success, but then that's all that he had in the tank, right? Because did he not direct Street Fighter Cross Tekken, which was a tremendous flop? And we all know about Street Fighter 5 when that came out the gate. It's a huge mess. So maybe we need to think about it in that terms, like, were these games like a success in spite of him? But yeah, at the same time, I do want to say that Ono was the guy for a long time, and I even have his signature actually. I have a poster. Yeah, he came to Toronto Comic-Con back in the SF4 days, I think. And he signed a poster for me. So yeah, like, I mean, I like him, but at the same time, yeah, I think it was time for a fresh set of eyes, so to speak. SF5 was just a rushed, unfinished mess. Champion Edition came out, was much better. Yeah, I really hope that we're not going to get that all over again with 6. And you know, I feel like SF5 is, you know, a fairly decent product right now. People seem to be generally pretty happy with it. It's made a decent amount of money, but just imagine if it came out and it was like the full package right from the start, or just a better game in terms of all the amenities and quality of life stuff that people come to expect from fighting games and Street Fighter games of the past. Just imagine if it was like that straight out the gate. It would be 5 times, 10 times more popular than it is now. It would have made so much more money, it would have been gigantic. They kind of dropped the ball there. And I think Capcom realized that. I think they realized that, and they're going to do whatever it takes to right those wrongs this time around. I think. Team-based Street Fighter is a big yikes. Yeah. Yeah, and there you go. I think that Ono was just struggling for ideas, and maybe Capcom saw that too, you know? And they're like, okay, buddy, let's reorganize, and so they let him go, right? They let him go, and then they announced that basically Street Fighter V was going to have a whole other season because production of SF6 was then delayed, right? Because they needed to rework a lot of things. That was my understanding. They needed to rethink the game now that they booted out good old Ono. Ono still works in the industry, by the way. I'm pretty sure he's working on the Fate Stay Night series. And incidentally, that game has had a bit of a troubled launch. Is there a connection there? I don't know. But yeah, it seems like there was a tremendous amount of excitement for the new Melty Blood. That's what I meant to say, the new Melty Blood game. And it comes out, and then people start playing it, and they realize it's kind of not everything that they wanted it to be. And I don't know the particulars of it because I don't really follow that game. If Bacon ever shows up, maybe he can kind of fill us in on that. But yeah, he's the producer on that game, and surprise, surprise, it's run into some production troubles too. Hey, how does this go? What's the correct angle for this? I feel like I'm crazy. Oh, it's not the right hole. I was poking the wrong hole. Whoop. There we go. There we go. Two little bolts, like she's the Frankenstein's creature. Bolts on the side of her head, her cat ears. Mary Trunks, I still don't have Street Fighter 5 characters unlocked, and you don't care for them. Yeah, I mean it's reasonable. So out of all of our sort of circle of friends, Mary Trunks here has stuck around and stuck with Street Fighter the longest. Street Fighter 5, that is. For years and years, he's been playing this game. And I'm very impressed with that, by the way, that you've stuck with it for that long. But, you know, I think that for, like, the really hardcore players, they get all the guys, they get all the characters day one, they try them all out. But for me, I kind of I stick around for a season or two, and then I fall off, you know? I don't know, I love fighting games, I love Street Fighter. But at the end of the day, I want to play other games. I want to play different stuff. And so, you know, eventually I'll get the new thing. I'll get something else. I'll get Elden Ring. I'll get the next Uncharted game, whatever, right? So I never stick around for a fighting game for like more than a couple months, to be honest.